Welcome. I'm Father Kevin, and this is Alert to Good News. Here's a video reflection on the Gospel for the Feast of the Transfiguration, Sunday, August 6th. It's back to school time. Many of us know that a good education can be transformative. And here's a very brief two-part quiz. Part 1. Name the best picture at the Academy Awards in 2023 and 2022. Without Googling. I don't know about you, but I didn't get 100%. Now, part 2 of the quiz. Think of 2 teachers or mentors who made a difference for the better in your life. I bet you aced that part. The point is, we forget headlines, but real life heroes and heroines inspire people to be their best and live with purpose. That, my friends, is precisely what Jesus does. Yes, a teacher who shows us purpose, to live in relationship with God and one another, and a mentor or friend whom we can trust to be with us, especially as we face the challenges of life. In the gospel, mountains symbolize the human ascent to God, and clouds, God's descent upon us. Jesus appears on Mount Tabor as a dazzling figure whose face is like the sun, whose clothes are as white as light. And Peter, James, and John saw Jesus' inner identity as the Son of God, burst through his outer earthly appearance. And the voice said to him, "Listen to him." And so who is this Jesus, this God-man? And why should we listen to him? Jesus, the Gospels tells us, was a real historical person, flesh and blood like ourselves. He was a rabbi, a teacher proclaiming the inbreaking of the kingdom of God. He worked signs and wonders, possessed authority to forgive, was one with the God of Israel, was crucified, died, and raised up. Yes, Jesus Christ is alive today. And because he lives, we live. And that is the good news, that we have a glorious future with Jesus Christ. And God will transform you and me into a new kind of spiritual embodiment as he transformed Jesus into a new kind of spiritual embodiment. And the living Christ invites you and me, says John chapter 15, to be friends, because I've told you everything I have heard from the Father. Genesis chapter 2 and 3 says we were created for friendship with God and one another. And so it made me think, what is a friend? A recent survey of people born between 1981 and the early 2000s, so-called millennials, found that people had a very large number of Facebook friends, but still felt a sense of loneliness. Social media is no substitute for real face-to-face friendships. And more people live alone than at any point in recorded history. And for me, good friendships include several key ingredients. And I think you can think of more. First, partnership. All of us need good partnerships to transform ourselves and others for the better. Perhaps that's why Jesus sent his disciples out 2 by 2 From the beginning of Christianity, we see examples of friends working in partnership, proclaiming the good news, like Paul throughout the Mediterranean. Working together as partners can be the beginning of a friendship. And second, we obviously want to do our best to resolve differences. And we all have differences. Nurture friendships. Martin Luther King Jr. gave some good how-to advice. Forgiveness is not an occasional act. It is a permanent attitude in our friendships. And finally, make loyalty a permanent priority. Make loyalty a priority. Being loyal even when friends are not in our company, we will become trustworthy among those who aren't our friends. And above all, think of Jesus as our best friend and soulmate and confidant. Jesus calls us friends because he has told us everything he had heard from his Father. Value that relationship, nurture it especially in prayer, and make loyalty and fidelity a priority. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may you always be alert to good news, and have a blessed day. Thank you for watching this video. You can see more videos here or simply subscribe by hitting the button below.